What's up, everyone? I am going to do a review on installing this rubberized Talon Grip on a XDM 10mm. So let me pull out the pistol so you can see first. Okay, let's put the pistol here. Let's go ahead and first you want to, safety is first, so clear the take the magazine out. Okay, and nothing is in there at all. Okay, nothing. Okay, so I already have a Talon Grip, so a lot of you might be thinking, why in the world is he replacing the Talon Grip? He's already got one on there. And Talon makes two grips. They make this one, which is like sandpaper material, very, very, very grippy. And then they got this rubber one. It's like, it's not as grippy, and that's why I want to replace it. I do like this one. It came out great. As you can see, I installed it, and it came out great. But it chews up my hand. It's like literally grabbing sandpaper. And this gun has a lot of recoil. So, you know, this 10mm is a big round, powerful round. So a 10mm has a lot of recoil. So, and like I said, it's great. It's got a lot of grip, but it's too much. So I'm gonna pull this off, and I'm going to install this one. I have this on my H&K 45, and I love it. So that's why I'm going to put it on this one. I hate to take it off. It came out great. And that's what the other one's going to look like. But it's going to be this rubberized one. But anyways, so what I need to do is take all this out. I need to take this magwell out right here. And I just need to pop out the pin and take this out. So I know you guys don't want to watch me, just all you got to do is just peel this. Peel it, and then I'm going to clean it, and then I'm going to install this. So you don't want to sit there and watch me take all this off. So I will come back to you after I take this off. Okay, I took off that Talon sandpaper material grip off, and this is what the firearm looks like without any grip on there. And you know, it's got some good texture to it, but this is a polymer frame, and when you shoot, some people's hands, like my wife, my daughter's, mine, our hands get a little sweaty, and it can get a little slippery. Not too bad, but it can get a little slippery, and that's why I like putting these grips on. So I peeled it off, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean this with alcohol, isopropyl alcohol all over, really, really good, before I start installing this grip. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so I already cleaned this with alcohol. I'm going to wipe it again now because I'm touching it again, but I forgot to mention before I started wiping it down is we got to pull this magwell off right here, off the firearm. Okay, in order to do that, this little pin right here, I have to punch this little pin out. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, and I've got a tool that I get right in here like that, and I just kind of hammer this out. Then after I punch that pin through, this pin right here will come out, and the magwell will come off. This back strap will also come off, but that's how you get the magwell off, and I need to take that magwell off before I install that grip. So I'm going to do that, and I will come back. Okay, as you can see, there's the magwell that I pulled off, and there's the two pins that hold that magwell on there. So I'm going to put those off to the side. And one thing that forgot to mention, that before I pulled this magwell off, okay, I got a pencil and I traced right here this magwell onto the polymer frame, and it's really light. You could barely, I don't even know if you can see my pencil markings right there. okay, coming up. And the reason why you want to do that is because not every XD 10mm comes with a magwell. Some models do, some don't. If you don't have a magwell on your firearm, then you don't need to do what I just showed you and trace this. But if you do, you want to do that. And the reason why is because when you go, and I learned this the first time when I installed those other grips that I had on there that I showed you. But anyways, when you do it, so I'm just going to lay this up here. I haven't peeled the backing off yet, so it's not going to stick. But when you go to put this on, what's going to happen is it's going to line up fine back here. But right here, okay, I don't know if you can see, my pencil mark goes up and this grip goes and covers the pencil mark. But what happens is when you go to put on the magwell, it's not going to fit. It's not, because this right here is going to be in the way. And this magwell, it's not going to fit underneath there. So you have to kind of cut that out. So that's what I'm going to do now is put this up here and figure out how much of this rubber grip I need to cut out before I put it on. Okay, I'm re-cleaning it again, and this is what I'm using. Just some isopropyl alcohol, 91%. And you just want to clean the polymer frame really good. You know, get any greasy handprints off, because it will not stick if it's greasy, and our skin is greasy, so when you touch it, you're going to get it greasy. And the pencil markings that I put on there are going to come off real easy. Okay, so I got it all cleaned up, and then I'm going to, here in a bit, stick this on here. Okay, so what we're going to do is I peeled the backing off, and I'm going to line this up very carefully right here. And you can pull it off if you mess up. I'm going to try to get that right down the middle. Just like that. This is, it comes off. It's sticky, so you got to be patient with it. Takes a little bit. But you line it up and you push it on there. I'm not going to push it real hard right now. And then I'm going to line this up right here. That corner's there. And that corner is there. So that looks good. This probably needs to come up a little more. So I'm going to pull that up. And then it looks like this is more to that side, so I'm going to pull it back off. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep messing with it, because it looks like this part right here is more to this side, and there's more plastic showing right here than there is on that side. I'm going to adjust that. Okay, so what I did is I pulled this back off. I made a little mark there. I kind of adjusted this as we, so that there's not so much brown polymer showing on that side than that side. And you got to line, see that it says XDM right there? If you line that up right there, everything will come together. So I already did that side, and now I just got to do this side. It's not really pressed down yet. I got to pull this up and adjust everything. But it takes a little bit of messing with, but you can get it. You just got to keep peeling it back off and just keep messing with it, and you'll get it. And these marks right here I made with a Sharpie, they come off if I get rubbing alcohol, but that's where I need to cut right here. Just get a little blade and cut that off so that the magwell will fit right on there. Once I cut that off, see, here's the mag well. It goes this way. See, it's not gonna fit because it's not gonna go over because of this. So I gotta cut that out. But anyways, that's how you do it. So I'll be back. Let me pause this and I'll be back. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I already finished the other side, so I'm gonna lift this back up right here. Okay. And then I'm gonna bring this over and I'm gonna lay it right there, just like that. And then I'm gonna lay this back over that. Okay, so there it is. Right here. Now what you want to do is you want to push this in really good. There's all kinds of little indentions and grooves that this grip needs to go in. So you want to really push that in. I mean, you could get something and kind of help, you know, push it in there, but you don't want to tear it, so just be very careful. And then you're going to want to heat this up with the, if you heat it up with a heating gun, you want to be careful because you can really damage the polymer, melt it, and ruin this grip. So I don't really recommend a heating gun. I do have one, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use my wife's hair dryer. So that's what I recommend. So let me get that going. Okay, now I'm going to get the hair dryer. Let me turn it on, plug it in. Bear. Okay, here we go. Put it on hot, not too much. Go through it. As you're going through it, work it in with your finger so it'll get down in the grooves there. So you get the point. That's what you need to do. Just work it in. Okay? Now, this was the hardest part, is getting this mag well. And I actually didn't have to cut this like I mentioned, and I made those marks for nothing. If you use the rubber grip, you do not have to cut it out. This mag well will slide right over that rubber grip. But the first time I had to cut that out, how I was showing you how to make those marks, because I used the other grip, which is that sandpaper material, real abrasive and rough grip. Well, it's a little thicker and it has no give at all. So this mag well would not fit over that. So I had to just kind of like trim part of that grip out where this mag well sits right here. I had to trim part of that grip out on my old one, right where that mag well sits. Okay, and on this one again, I didn't have to do it. So I got rubbing alcohol and I just took away my little silver Sharpie marks right there. Okay, so then whenever you put the mag well back in, you know, you put it on this end first, and then you got to put that pin right there, that goes in first, and then after that you got to get the other pin that goes through all the way and it locks into that pin. Now that was the hard part, trying to actually find where that hole was. That was the hard part. So I just got something real sharp, pokey at the end, and I just kept pressing until it went in. There was an indentation, and that's how I found the little hole right there. If you can see, that's how I found the little hole, so that you can put that pin in, and you just push it through, and then once you get it in, you just hammer it in. And then I get a tool like this and then just hammer it the rest of the way. You don't want to hammer it too much because it'll start coming out on this side. But anyways, that is it, and that's what it looks like right there. That's the rubberized Talon Grip. Okay, everything matches up perfect. You can see the XDM logo, everything matches up perfect. And I like this grip a lot better. Okay, it doesn't tear up your hands. Both grips are great. Some people may like the other one better, but I like this one a lot better. It doesn't tear up your hands, and it's an amazing grip. So that is it. That is how to install the Talon rubber grip on the XDM Springfield Armory XDM 10mm, and it's also the same as the 45. This grip right here, exact grip, will also fit the full-size 45. But no matter what caliber you have, it's pretty much the same. So I appreciate you guys. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Appreciate it. Have a great day.